Okay. Let's get this situation started. Got that situation. And yes, okay. All right. So today, what we're doing is we are going to be working on some extensions for this battery charging unit. I also need to get the chat up, and let me get TikTok going for our TikTok peeps. Just give me 1 second. I'm right here. But yeah, we're going to be doing a combination of some soldering as well as some crimping. Okay. So, we'll jump into it. We have a few things. I'm going to basically need to kind of gut my charger. So, like a lot of FPV pilots, RC people that charge their batteries, we make our own charging units. I've been trying to come up with a funny name for mine. Make sure works good. I think we're coming up with like the Ohm Depot or Emperor Palpatine, not sure, but if you look in here, you'll see no, that's lame. Okay. If you look in here, we've got a parallel board, which I'm actually about to pull out. I don't know why I'm pulling it up on there. I was going to try to give y'all a better view, but we'll keep it back here for now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull out all this cabling. We're going to work with just this board today because I want to make some extensions, which I've already made quite a few. There we go. We are going to make some more though. Okay. Let's kind of get that laid out there. See what we're working on. Okay. I'm gonna undo these so we can kind of reset the cabling. I might even get the heat shrink a little warm so I can remold kind of how I want it when I'm done with this connector. But I kind of need to see the length here. So basically what we're gonna do, this is a parallel board I currently use to charge all my LiPo batteries for my drone. This parallel board can charge up to 5 LiPos that are up to a 6-cell in-series size. So what does that look like? Well, one of these bad boys. I could do up to 5 of these at any given point in time. Tattoo R-Line 1400 milliamp, 150C draw rate. Let's see here. Okay, let's keep it moving. So I need to measure out this, and basically what we're going to do today is I want to create a couple more leads, a couple more of these extensions, but just for the balance leads. Essentially, the ones that are empty in white are the ones I want to fill, but we're just going to do like 2 of each. So we're going to do 4. I want to have an extension for my 2S and my 3S, which are these two on the side here and here. So we're gonna do that. I think the extension is gonna be like 2 feet. It'll be some crimping on one side, it'll be some soldering on the other. So we're just gonna jump into it. I feel like these Workbench streams are not always like the most interesting because eventually I want to be streaming the goggles feed for my drone straight into YouTube or TikTok or whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna start. Basically, we're gonna start by seeing how long I need. I think this is 2 feet. I'm just gonna try to be as accurate as I can. Maybe even fix that. I think we're gonna actually fix this real quick. I just noticed. Do that. Yep. There we go. That was bugging me. Okay. So how I'm gonna accurately do this? For starters, I'm gonna see if I have some spare wire that like I can use. I actually have. Ugh. That looks rough. I don't know what happened there. Not straight. This is like my scrap bin, but this shouldn't be damaged. I don't know why that's looking that. I might be able to reuse some of this. This is too short, obviously. Let's get some of this crap I know I can't use out of here. Okay. Quick view at the people on TikTok. Yep, I know people are scrolling through. Anyone who's in here, I appreciate you. Just saying hello to everyone real quick. Cool, cool, yeah. I have a lot of people jumping in on TikTok, but there's way more cameras on YouTube. So if you want to see more, jump on YouTube. All right. Ooh, actually, are these? Ooh, forgot about these. So these are XT30 connectors on this particular parallel board right here. Like I said, we've got 5 potential slots for batteries, which is why we've got 5 bays. We'll call them bays, but we have 5 fuses here, but 5 individual sections. I've got these XT30s, so now I think what I'm also going to do, because they look well over 2 feet, I think I'm going to start doing this situation here and plug these in. So I also have an XT30 lead. I just realized that might make this a little bit more of a project. We'll see what we get through today. We will see. So, if you're listening, I appreciate it. If you don't mind, throw me a like. If you're into this kind of nerd stuff, this isn't all we do on this channel, though. I do rollerblading. I do flying the drone, actually, with some footage. I'm getting into different form factors of drones. I'm getting into different types of rollerblading. There's a lot going on. So I'm excited to share more and more. I have a lot of ideas, too. A lot of ideas that I think could be really cool for content. But this is just the the nerd dome. This is where we just come to work on everything post adrenaline rush and flight, and post everything. Got to get everything up and running and everything operational in between flying and skating, and got to keep everything maintained. So let's get into this. Okay, so we're gonna keep these XT30s out, like we said. We're going to measure how long this is now. So I'm just going to take this and kind of follow it along to try to remember. I'm almost positive I did 2 feet on these, but I just can't remember. So we're going to take a quick measurement here by just going along it to remember. Watch this cable here be like the perfect length. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's actually incredible. That doesn't get much more literally perfect. I mean, I know I'm eyeballing it, but dang. Okay, so we're going to use this as a reference. This cable's perfect. We're going to put that there and get my supplies out before I get too... I don't have a ton of workbench space, quite honestly. I do have this over here, which you can see in the upper camera, which is also kind of nice. So I think I'm going to throw supplies there that I can grab from, like this. so we can only, you can see only what we're really working on. This over here is the charger itself. This is the brains of the operation. This is an iCharger DX6. It has up to 32 amps on each port, I believe, or 50 amps singularly. Man, I hate this copyright music, or no copyright music, and I just want to change this really quick. So one moment. This is just too lame. Hopefully this is better. We'll see. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Had to get that going. I know on TikTok you can't really hear the music. If you want to hear more and see more, go onto YouTube. Same tags, Cole_Durzo. Feel free to throw a comment or anything. I'll try to grab the comments off TikTok and YouTube. I try to run around like a jackrabbit to see what's going on, making sure I'm like trying to be engaging while also doing all this stuff. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's clean up the environment a little bit. Let's move this stuff around. It's not important. Okay, here we go. So, yeah. Just to reiterate more and more again, we're making some extensions for my battery charger here. For my charging my drone batteries, including this bad boy right here. Preferably, I think I'd want to do, like I said, 2 of each, and then finish these extensions. So let's collect kind of the parts we need from my drawer here. I need a female XT30 connector, 2 of them. Start by doing that situation. There's one. I like to have this little cup as my resource bin. 2. Let's go ahead and not forget to get the heat shrink out prematurely. It's a different color. Whoops. Okay, cool. So there's the XT30s. What else do we need? Let's see here. All right. I think we could pull out our stuff to crimp as well. That and our wire. Wire is kind of important when you're making extensions. You kind of need wire in order to like do that. It's kind of a good thing. Okay. Got all the colors. Let's see here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do here? So, trying to stick with my organization because it's super important when you have like a lot of extensions like this to stay super consistent, which I think this is like one of the most satisfying things personally. I'll come up to YouTube first and then I'll give TikTok, but like I know I'm just gloating at my own work or whatever, but like as you can see, every cable has the right color combination and it's the same way all the way across. I want to do that with the current cables as well. Here comes for TikTok. So they're all nice and even. Every cable has the right organized color cable. That's good nomenclature, or not nomenclature. What am I saying? That's good. Just a good habit, because when you go to do the other side, and you go to plug it in, you need to make sure every cable goes to the exact same connector, because all this huge wiring it looks like so much, but all it is a big extension. It's just a big extension. You got to know it has to be one wire to the same spot though every go around. So that's why we do a lot of different colors. Anyway, okay. So let's see here. We need to start with the crimping, I think. Actually, well, I guess we need to start by cutting all the wires. What colors do we need? We're not doing 4S, so unfortunately I actually don't need the blue. I need red, black, yellow, and green. So we'll start with red. Let's get the cutter out. make sure y'all on YouTube can see a little bit more. And sorry if I'm shaking you, TikTok. Let me see if anyone's in TikTok to say hello real quick. Hello. I like to say hi and wave to people. Appreciate y'all joining. Appreciate y'all joining. Okay. Red, black, yellow. Oop, why is the yellow so tight? It's a little too busy on camera. Not that it really matters. Just what am I trying to be pretty? But let's keep it simple. Kind of shows what we're working on. Yeah, that works. Oh, what is going on in here? What in the world? Man, that's just a mess in there. Let's fix these two. I don't really like this box because of this. I mean, it's just better than nothing, though. A little spool holder would be more ideal. It's okay. All right. It is okay. Just move it over here because I really only need that last, this yellow. Yep. But yeah, this is my second stream. Again, just trying a little bit of whenever I do any kind of maintenance or anything, just kind of showing what I do. Again, this is for the, so you're like, well, why are you making an extension? Do you need an extension? Well, literally, if I don't make extensions, I end up plugging the battery, like imagine plugging 5 of these straight into that board and them just hanging around. Like it is just not ideal. So we do extensions so I can put the batteries where I like. And actually, we just got a couple of extra lipo bags that just came. No sponsorship or anything, but these were just the Amazon specials. Need something still though for protection for these lipos. These are honestly brand new. Literally got these today. I have one already, but now I have 4. You might be thinking like, dang, why do you need 4? Well, I have a couple right now that are in rough shape and that need to get recycled. So I put them in one. That takes up another one for charging. That's another, and 2 for travel. And you end up using like all of them. But yeah, ideally the big one's going to be for charging. So kind of look that out. But those are cool. Those are cool. All right. Back at it though. Let's see. Get this out of here. Get on all that. I did want to take a look at those. I was like wondering if this was the same size as the one there's like one that's like hanging. Can't really see it on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, but it's hanging up there. But yeah, anyway, let's see what else we got here. All right, cool. I am still newer to streaming on TikTok and different things like that, so I'm kind of getting my footing. But I've just in like a week, I've gotten everything set up for streaming, and under a week, really. I think it was like a day or two. So I am very fresh to it all, but I think I've got a pretty decent setup, so we can do a lot. I just need stuff to do. And right now, that's this extension. Okay, so we got these four. Did I do green? Where's my green? Thought I cut it. Maybe not. Man, this is annoying. Gotta keep my wiring organized. I don't know how that happened. I'm usually not about keeping it a mess. Okay. Let's do this. All the colors of the rainbow. Except blue. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's start with these. So basically going to use this as a guide. We're choosing to go from left to right. So I'm just doing the same thing as this, except I'm going to do a little less. I'm doing a 2S pack and a 3S pack. So let's get these ready to crimp. All right. We'll actually throw those in the bin here. Start with one. I'm gonna go ahead and collect all these over here. Again, if you're on TikTok and you want to jump on YouTube, you'll be able to see a lot more of me. I know on TikTok you've just got my hands, just so you can see what I'm doing. On YouTube, you've got my face, Workbench cam. I even have another camera I could set up, but I think that's a little excessive, quite honestly. I use it for different angles. But yeah, I will eventually get that situation hooked up with TikTok. There's just more hurdles with that as far as customizing the video. Let's see here. Just need one other tool, and we're kind of cooking. Alright, let's see here. 12 gauge. No, what am I saying? 22 gauge. Which technically this only goes up to 18. But we're going to make it work. I think what I'm going to do real quick too is for YouTube, I'm going to get a zoom in on this. It's going to be highlighted on the black area. That's going to be good. I wish I could like, oh yeah, there we go. I can get the workbench. Sweet, sweet. Get this out of here. This is always one of the most annoying things about making connectors. I've gotten pretty good at it, but it is annoying. You'd think there'd be a better way to do it, but this is the way. Let's keep it down here. I gotta remember, if I keep it here, TikTok can see it too, and that's kind of important if they care what they're watching. Just like that. And that's one part of the connection done. It's a little The smallest connection. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look here. There we go. Numero uno. We've officially started. Okay, cool, cool. Next is the black one. The wire color does not mean anything. It's just for remembering, because if I did them all black or all red or something, it's just a lot harder. Oh, you know, I'm struggling because I need my jelly bean trash can. Ah. All right. There we are. Didn't think about it. I'd cut 4. We're doing the 2S one though. That's fine. I have to do both. They're going to be the same color sequence. What's the next one? Is it yellow? We're going to have some Rasta colors. Yeah. No, not Rasta colors. We're not. We're missing the green. Gotta have the green. Alright. See here. See here, let's see here. We've got, this is the time consuming part for sure. The connections take a little bit to do. Now, it's totally worth though. I can talk about my charger itself for a minute, because that's the thing, like, each FPV pilot's chargers seems to be kind of like their own creation. You can buy something straight up that does the specific batteries you want to do, or I'm sure there are really expensive setups that are all in one boxes, but a lot of times this is the best way to do it. So in this ammo can, this is like how I charge all my batteries. And the board we're working on, parallel 6S board. Between 2 and 6S, you could charge, you know, this extension would be for a 2S battery here. Now, I want to do it exactly how I did it there. So I did a yellow heat shrink. So let's get that out. There we go. Oh, I'm running low on yellow. What kind of? Let's see. I wonder, can TikTok see all the way over here? I hope so. See all the colors of all the heat shrink. No, they can't. That's sad. Hold on. Look at all the colors. Woohoo! I can do whatever I want. Alright. Now I gotta decide how I'm gonna divvy this up. You almost have enough, I guess, for, yeah, there you go. That's technically 4 pieces. We can make that 4. Got to think prior to doing the other side how I'm going to heat shrink it. We're going to use these for the larger ones and these right now for this one. So doing 2 of these, there's 2 sides, that's 4 total. So we'll do 4 of the small ones, and I should check that it actually fits in there before I send it. Oh, that is not good. That's too tight. That's too tight. Not good. I don't want to use the large ones though. I don't have a lot of them left. Okay, we could do like a different color scheming for the 2S versus the other ones. We need to pick a color. What color to pick? That is the question. If we do red, red's kind of power. We'd have to do blue, I suppose. These are, might be too big. Those are not going to be wide enough. We're just going to do boring old black. We might have to just do boring old black. I like to do some color, but I like to be consistent. That's the thing. And red is really is power. If anything, I should be putting red on these, and I think I might. Yeah, especially if I loop them all together. Yeah, we're just going to do boring old black. That's what I got, and that's okay. These any bigger? Or, if the green fits, we do that because it's Rasta. No, it doesn't. Okay. Fine, fine. I'll do these ones. It's better. I'll have a lot more of them anyway. It is okay. How many I do mid? Just hanging out doing some work. Let's see here. Okay. We're about ready for the soldering machine. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and turn her on. Say hello to some of the people in the TikTok chat. Go ahead and get this heat gun heated up. Yes. Did I not flip it? Oh wait, we're not plugged in. That'll put a damper on things. Whoop. We'll put a damper on things. All right, we've got some power now. Now we're heating up. Let's do a little. I'm just gonna go ahead and heat shrink these. Yep, that'll work. This is pretty satisfying, actually, if you're watching. Okay, here. We'll give TikTok the honor of this one. Just the heat shrink just kind of molding to it. I feel like it's kind of satisfying. Hold on. We gotta get in frame if we're going to do that, though. There we go. I will not do it until it's in frame. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get a better fold on that. There we go. Alright, that's enough of that. Looks pretty good. Showing YouTube it now. Feel free if you want to hop over to YouTube if you're jumping in and you want to see more camera angles. You can stay TikTok and just see me my hands and stuff down here. That's totally fine. Okay, so let's just basically this is going to essentially go right here on the board. Basically going to end up plugging it in just like that. I honestly can do a test of that because it's good to make sure, yeah, exactly, just like that. Got to good to do a test of that to make sure it actually sticks. And the better way to do a test is to grab a different end, because I could end up shoving that into the board and it doesn't fit right, and then it doesn't want to sit. But say, like, for example, now this red one I just learned is not, it's not wanting to make contact, which is annoying because I just already did that. But hold on. Let's see if we can fix it without a lot. I may have pulled up on the tab too much. I like to pull up on that tab to make sure it gets a good bite, but I've learned sometimes. Oh yeah, look, there it is. That's the problem. It's just not quite pulled up through there. On the right there. It's a little short. Okay, hold on. It's okay. We should be able to get that up there. Did it snap? Okay, I think we're good now. Let's try that. Oh no, it's not working. Dang it, come on. Don't make me redo this. Welcome to the frickin' world of soldering stuff, though. I tell you what, that's how it is. No, okay, we're gonna... I refuse. Refuse failure. I need a pair of metal tweezers. Let me grab from this bag real quick. Or this one. Yes, here we are. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push that back and say, actually, Red, I don't want you. Pull it out and let's inspect it. I actually think it needs to bite more, so we're going to pull the tab up a little more. This is why it's annoying, and I don't know why, but everyone uses JST-XH connectors for the drones, for the smart leads. That's just what it is. But yeah. Let's see who we got. Say hello to the viewers. What's up, Alma? Thanks for hanging out. There we go. Cool. All right, let's see here. Good stuff. Oh man, yeah, that is just not wanting to bite. Disappointment. Hold on. I think we can fix it though. Let's try that. If it doesn't catch, like right now, the problem is it's not catching in this, and I'm wondering. Man, I'm wondering if it's this connector, this white one. Hold on. If we push them all back. Goodbye. Look at that. Let's try a different one. That might fix it. That's why, unfortunately, something like this hobby, it does require a large amount of patience. Patience, patience, patience. I've learned that I'm not the best at patience, so but I've learned that a little bit more. Okay. Start by, I'm gonna pull these tabs up again. Let's bring the magnifier back over here for YouTube. That would be good, wouldn't it? Gotta get a lot better at making sure I don't forget that. Making sure I know where my hands are, what's going down, to make sure you can see what's going on. Okay. Come on. There we go. Requiring most focus. I can't explain anything at the moment. It's a JSTXH connector. It's so annoying. We're gonna get it though, and we're gonna charge batteries even easier, and then we're gonna fly. Probably should do a monitor so I can look ahead somehow and see. Look ahead to see the top-down view, so I can make sure y'all are seeing everything. That'd be a good thing to think about. Okay. I hear snapping, which is a lot better. Oh, those all look good. Okay. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. We're good. I got a little caught up on that one connector there for a second, but we are good. One of 8. Realistically, at least. We will need the opposite sides. We will need another one eventually. This one I think I want to trash, so we don't get confused. Okay. There we go. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I want to probably put one just in the middle. I am going to jump over to my long measuring stick behind me in the upper cam to do that, because I like to be very precise. Also need to remember that that heat gun is on. .24 inches, so right at 12, that looks good. I'm just going to do this one straight on the mat to keep it in place. clean up just a little bit. Throw that over there. Okay. Okay. Time for a couple helping hands to come on out. By helping hands, I mean these things. We can get these out of the way, actually. Let's get this a little neater. Let's go ahead and give them a full view. Honestly, probably we're not doing the yellow anymore. Okay. Alright, soldering mode's about to start. See if there's anyone I can wave at. One person. What up? Not quite yet. Okay, funny enough, we do actually need to see if we can get a little yellow one. That's fine. Yellow. Red is what we're going to run out of. Okay, we got them for now, though. This side's going to need some extra heat shrink because I'm doing the solder joints over here. So we got to make sure again before we get going, we drop those heat shrink pieces on there. There we go. And that yellow one's a little long for my liking. I just like to keep it neat. What do we got? What do we got? I heard a big vibration. What do we got? Nothing important. It's okay. Ooh. Make sure we're still going. There we go. Almost had a little issue with TikTok. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, this iron is getting hot, so we need to go ahead and get this set up before it's just wasting power. Wasting power. Okay. So here's the most important part. Gotta make sure, because of the colored wire, that's why we did it. We need to grab another helping hand. Can never have too many. It's gonna go that way, yep. And throw it in this one, I think. Man, I'm struggling. Let's try. Really need longer ones, I suppose. Get a little bit of a better handle on it. All right, cool. So let's get this right now. Gonna want red, then black, then yellow. Yep. So let's throw it like that. Cool. Now here's the thing though, I gotta check it because that might be backwards. Yep, it is. It's really easy to do that. Red needs to be on the other side, so we're just gonna do that. Just red. Connector goes into itself like that. Yep. See if I can get a zoom up since we're now have an area we're working with. There we go. It's pretty solid. Okay. Hello everyone in TikTok. Just doing a little soldering, doing a little some extensions. Do a lot of stuff with my drones. Getting into some other RC stuff. Who knows what other batteries I might use this thing to charge. It can literally charge like anything. Almost. Certain chemical compositions it can't, but for the most part, it's everything. Okay, and I have a cheat here. There we go. I put another connector inside the connector I'm soldering so that it is more durable, because the helping hands like to squeeze really hard. And that's where we're at. Okay. Got the solder on there. Cool, cool. Got the iron hot. I'm just missing a couple of small pieces. Starters, let me just, yeah, there we go. Put you right there, because I am a little bit off. I could, nope, no move. No room for movement. Okay. We're going to do 420 degrees Celsius. Alrighty, here we go. She's hot. And actually, she's still secured. There we go. Let's get some more light, shall we? Is it like 10 times better? Probably for TikTok and for YouTube too. I just didn't need it before, but okay. That was horrible. So close, come on. Because I had the freaking solder in my face for a second. Man, this is not good. I thought there might have been something wrong with my iron. Now I'm almost sure of it. This is just like, let's crank this fucker up. This is a really small gauge wire. I shouldn't be having problems. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Let's give that a try. Really should, let's get a little closer. I mean, that should be good. And what I actually like to do, take a little bit of flux and use it almost like a little glue. If I can. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. I'll just kind of hold it. We can do it like that. Yeah, that was really bad. We could do a lot better. I wonder if we could get it so we could actually TikTok could actually see. That'd probably be nice. 1 second. Probably cool, right? You know, to show people what's going down. We could honestly adjust the whole TikTok camera. Yeah, let's do it like that. I'm cool with that. There we go. Okay. Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. 470 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I mean, it's working, it's fine, but like, for this thin of a wire, I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. That is fine though. Let's test it. There's a connection there, so we're just gonna move on from that, and it looks pretty secure. I'm satisfied. Go ahead and heat shrink that bad boy. Pretty satisfying part. This heat shrink also sucks a little bit. I need to crank it up. that's hot for sure. Just trying to make sure it's all the way on the end. Yep, there we go. That's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Okay. Alright, next one. Keeping it moving. As much as I can. As much as that's possible. Do the black next. That's a pretty fine tip, but yeah, this thing is definitely not getting hot enough. It's it's definitely like on a higher setting, and it should be having no problem, but I don't like that. It's okay though, we will try to turn it up hotter. Uh, that's such a shame. I keep pulling it out of YouTube's view. I really would be cool if I could like, give them a little bit of something, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be cool. Welcome in if you're joining on TikTok. Say hello to a few people now. If anyone's in chat, let's say hello. Say hello. I like to do this. It's cool. All right, last one. Okay. That one wasn't too bad. I'm not the best either. I don't think my technique is great, but I wonder if it's getting hot enough is a little bit of a concern. But we're good. We're cooking. Turn that off for a minute. Go ahead and get this bad boy heated up one more time. Let's go ahead and just give YouTube the full view here. There we go. Yep. That's going to be the ticket. And yep, we got the last heat shrink there. I freaked out for a second. I thought we had forgotten it, but no, we did it earlier. That's good. That is good. Okay. Good stuff. Turn that off. So now, actually no, don't turn that off. We need one more. One more heat shrink situation. Usually something like that. Yep. Now we're cooking. Let that cool for a second. And voila, we have one extension done for the battery charger. This is just for, these are for my 2S, so these are for the batteries that I made. They're from 18650s. I use them for my transmitter because they fit in there. Put them in sleds, but I wanted to go off the parallel board with them. So yeah, we've got one done. We've got 3 more to go. Don't know if I'm going to do them all right now. Probably just do, I might try to do one more real quick because I get faster every time I do it. It's the first time, it's really that and the stream too. Like second time streaming, so I'm kind of wanting to make sure it's still running good. It seems to be fine though, so we can just mosey through. I need the crimping tools, got that, got that. We need the cables is what we need. What time is it though? How long have I been streaming? Probably just been like a little under an hour, or maybe a little over an hour. I think we'll probably just, honestly, just let's call it there. That's like pretty much all I really wanted to show. I appreciate anyone who might be in chat who's watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you're interested into like drone stuff, freestyle FPV, because I got a lot of that stuff coming, or if you're into rollerblading or roller skating, I'm also really into that. So if you want to see some of that content, I'll have a lot more of that stuff coming out. I'm getting better and better at like doing editing and different things like that. So I'm really excited for the future. But I appreciate you all tuning in, and